What's going on, my credit fiends? I'm going to be going over exactly how you can report your rent and your utilities. Go down below and check out in the description. I have a bunch of freebies and different things that you guys can go and look at and get free money for signing up with my links. So go ahead and look down below, and if you sign up with my links, oftentimes you could be even getting a few $100s just for free. This is going to be for my people that need those on-time payments. If you have a very thin credit profile, or you just need ways to go ahead and build up your history and build up that profile because maybe you come from poor history or just, things down that line. This isn't going to be necessarily for my people that have a very strong credit profile. Now, you can use these tips to help strengthen your credit profile, but you're not going to see as much of an impact to your score. Experian Boost, I feel like gets like some love and it also gets some hate. People aren't really sure whether this thing actually works or what it does. But what it does is you go ahead and you report your cell phone, your utilities, your rent, everything like that. You go ahead and give them all that information. Now, of course, it's a little bit weird because you're connecting over like bank accounts and things like that so that they can read through and get that information. Of course, they say that it's secure, but we all know in this day and age of technology, anything can be hacked at this point. Therefore, the first one that I have for you guys is Experian Boost. This one I have used personally and I have seen an improvement in my score whenever I first used it. If you scroll down, you can see exactly how this works. Just like I explained, all you have to do is connect your bank accounts and then you select the bills you want to use and you will see your results instantly, they say, because this is connected through Experian.com, which is also one of the major credit bureaus if you didn't know. Of course, they have other services as well. You can go through Experian, which I do personally, but you can also pay to get your TransUnion and your Equifax reports through Experian, so that way you can have it all in one. Therefore, you can have all of your little bills through this, and you can see your other credit reports from the other credit bureaus through Experian. So overall, I really like Experian Boost. It just kind of depends on what your credit profile is looking like as to how many points you'll actually get from doing this. But like I said, I have seen an increase when I did use this. The next service that I have for you guys is Boom Pay. They are going to help you build credit with reporting your rent. Now, you can backdate this all the way up to 2 years. You do have to pay for this service, and I did use this service and I did see some results with this service. However, they say that they report to all 3 credit bureaus, but when I went to go check my credit report, as you can see on the screen, I only saw it on TransUnion when I went through Credit Karma, and Credit Karma has TransUnion and Equifax on there, and I did not see it on my Equifax report. Then I went over to Experian, as you can see on the screen, and I saw it on my Experian credit report. However, it did not report the full 12 months that I paid for. I'm pretty sure I could go and contact their customer service, get all 12 of those payments reporting, but the only one that it reported all 12 payments for my lease through was TransUnion. If you scroll down, you can see exactly how it works. All you have to do is go ahead and sign up with verifying your identity, adding your rent details. It'll ask you how much your rent was, what your lease is like, the dates you moved in, moved out, things like that. And then Boom will report your rent payments as you go. They say that you can see your credit score impact within 10 days. Now that's pretty fast, and I remember back whenever I did this, obviously it was years ago, it did take a little bit to go ahead and show up on my credit reports. And like I said, it never even showed up on my Equifax credit report, but it was well worth it in my opinion because it added an extra credit account with more on-time payments, and it does show exactly what it is and how many payments that you've made. The next service I have for you guys, I have not personally used this, but I've seen this one everywhere, and I am kind of curious on how exactly this app works, and it is called Self. They say that you can raise your credit score like your landlord raises rent. Now that's very true. Every time you sign that new lease, they are going to be raising the rent. You can get credit for your cell phone bill plus rent and utilities 100% free is what they say. Now they do have a paid service, but they do say that they also have that free service as well where you can go ahead and report your rent. Like I said, I haven't used this personally, but it says the average credit score increase is 15 points. It's 100% free for building your credit every single month. And it says it'll take 72 hours to start building your credit. I don't know, it sounds pretty all right to me. If you scroll down, you can see exactly how this one works. It says you just connect your bank accounts to the app, then you find the bill payments that you want to build credit with, and then Self will report those on-time payments each month free to the credit bureaus. It seems exactly kind of like the Experian Boost one, but I'm sure if you use these both together, maybe you'll have a big impact on your credit score. Of course, your payment history is 35% of your credit score. So this is very important for your credit score, very healthy thing to add in addition to any other accounts that you may have. Another way that you can go ahead and report that rent, and I've done a video on this, so if you want a full deep dive on the reward system, how I would use this card, if I would get this card, go and check out that video on the Built MasterCard. This one is the one where you're gonna earn points on paying your rent, and on top of that, you're not gonna have any transaction fee whenever you go ahead and use this MasterCard to pay your rent. What you will do is you will have numbers to be able to use this account, so that way you can pay your rent and then you would pay this card back. And while you do that, you earn 1x points on all those things that you can use for rewards and attractions in your local area. As we scroll down, you can see you earn 1x points on rent up to 100,000 points each calendar year. 5x points at Built Neighborhood Dining Partners, so you can use this card for other things, of course. And then you get 5x points on Lyft rideshare, 2x points on travel, but you have to book it directly with the Built Travel portal. There is no annual fee on this one. Therefore, you can see exactly how many of these are free to go ahead and sign up for. You can see that the Built Rewards card is free to go ahead and start building your credit. Experian Boost says that you can start raising your credit score for free. And then on top of that, you can also see that Self is also talking you can raise your credit score for free. So there really shouldn't be any excuse. And my last but not least way to go ahead and boost your credit score and report these utility payments is to just use that credit card. I have so many videos on how you can get 1 through 5% back on just everyday purchases and things like your phone bill. If you pay your phone bill or your internet or things like that, you can go ahead and get points back. Just like in my video where I explain all the upgrade cards, they are giving you money back for paying your phone bill or any other services through them, such as Netflix and any other streaming services, gym memberships. Just go check out that video and you can figure out how you can pay for your iPhone just by paying things that you would normally already pay. Now, of course, you'll get that money back on paying those things and you got to pay them off. That's where the catch is, because if you don't pay it off, then you're going to accumulate interest and it's going to defeat the purpose of using that card to pay your utilities and your rent. However, it is going to help you go ahead and report those payments if you're using something like Experian Boost and Self, and then on top of that, you're using your card to go ahead and pay for your utility payments and then paying them back. Using all these things, getting the cash back, being able to pay for your phone for free, and then on top of that, having your credit score be boosted, and most times for free, as you can see, there's really no excuse as to why you can't get started on this today. Go down below and check out in the description. I have a bunch of freebies and different things that you guys can go and look at and get free money for signing up with my links. So go ahead and look down below, and if you sign up with my links, oftentimes you could be even getting a few $100s just for free. If you guys need help with any of this or getting access to higher credit limits, 6 figures in credit, whatever it may be, go ahead and DM me or leave a comment down below. You can DM me on Twitter, X, or even on TikTok, and I will try my best to respond as quickly as possible. I will be helping out people on this because this is what I do. We fiending for that credit, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.